Good morning, citizens of the world. Today we have breaking news. Let's see. I'm on the wrong tab. That's the one I want. Historic diplomatic breakthrough. Read the full statement on Israel United Arab Emirates Agreement. The normalization of relations and peaceful diplomacy will bring together two of America's most reliable and capable regional partners. Reads text of joint announcement. So today, on the 13th of August, Donald Trump had an announcement that he'd help broker a deal between, let's go to our map here, the nation state of Israel and Saudi Arabia, who are, they're both U.S. allies, but they were enemies. Enemies, kind of by proxy. Honestly, I don't know much about what's happening in the Middle East, and I don't claim to know a lot, but I know that peace is good. And the only party that seems to not like what's going on seems to, not without reason, probably. Like I said, I'm not that well knowledgeable on the Palestinian and Israeli conflict, but it's the Palestinians. They are not that happy about this, for obvious reason, if you know what's going on over there. Anyway, let's read. President Donald J. Trump, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel, and Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of United Arab Emirates, spoke today and agreed to the full normalization of relations between Israel and the UAE. I'm going to call the United Arab Emirates the UAE for sanity's sake from now on. The historic diplomatic... Let me see. Is this recording correctly? Yes. The historic diplomatic breakthrough will advance peace in the Middle East region and is a testament to the bold diplomacy and vision of the three leaders and the courage of the UAE and Israel to chart a new path that will unlock the great potential in the regions. All three countries face many common challenges and will mutually benefit from today's historic achievement. They, like it says, have been facing common challenges, and it's crazy. I think it's Jared Kushner, Trump's his stepson, that brokered the deal or helped broker the deal, and it was part of the brokering team. And man, it's been going on for over a year and a half, and this is great work. Any peace we can get is preferable to war. So this is amazing work from Trump and his team, and I really, really enjoy it. Let's keep reading. Delegations from Israel and the UAE will meet in the coming weeks to sign a bilateral agreements regarding investment, tourism, direct flights, security, telecommunications, technology, energy, healthcare, culture, the environment, the establishment of reciprocal embassies, and other areas of mutual benefit. Opening direct ties between two of the Middle East's most dynamic societies and advanced economies, which is very true, will transform the region by spurring economic growth. Have you guys seen Dubai? The Israeli the Israeli capital. What's the name? Whatever. Most dynamic society and advanced economies will transform the region by spurring economic growth, enhancing technological innovation, and forging closer people-to-people relations. I wonder if there's going to trade technological students or PhDs or just whatever. So it said direct flight. So I don't think any country in the Middle East recognize Israel, any Arabic country recognize Israel as a sovereign state. So if you went there and it was on your passport, I don't think you could use it anymore. I'm not exactly sure. You'll have to not quote me on this, but this is going to help so much for tourism. In any case, as a result of the diplomatic breakthrough and at the request of President Trump with the support of the UAE, Israel will suspend declaring sovereignty over areas outlined in the president's vision for peace, which is Gaza and the West Bank, and focus its efforts now on expanding ties with other countries in the Arab and Muslim world. The United States, Israel, and UAE are confident that additional diplomatic breakthroughs with other nations are possible and will work together to achieve this goal. And later on in this series of articles I've got here, it says they're already working with other countries to get this done. So this is This is great. So this is what Trump's Mideast plan was. U.S. President Donald J. Trump on January 28th, 2020, during his freaking impeachment, proposed the creation of a Palestinian state with a capital in eastern Jerusalem, dependent on Palestinians taking steps to become self-governing in an effort to achieve a peace breakthrough in their decades of conflict with Israel. Good. Something that would bring peace. Always good. Senior administration officials briefings Reuters on the plan. The president announced at the White House said that under Trump's proposed Middle East peace plan, the United States will recognize Israeli settlement on the occupied West Bank. In exchange, Israel would agree to accept a 4-year freeze on new settlement activity while Palestinian statehood is negotiated. Very good. 4-year period. That's a good time to normalize relations, which they're doing now. Remember, this was January 28th. Today, Israel has taken a giant step towards peace, Trump said as he announced a plan at the White House with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at his side, saying he also sent a letter about it to Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. This is a historic day, Netanyahu said, comparing Trump's peace plan to former President Harry Truman's 1948 recognition of the State of Israel. On this day, you became the first world leader to recognize Israel's sovereignty over areas in Judea and Samaria that are vital to our security and central to our heritage, he added, using the biblical names for the West Bank. So they're pretty pumped about that, the Israelis. While Israeli leaders have welcomed Trump's long-delayed plan, Palestinian leaders had rejected it even before its official release, saying his administration was biased towards Israel. Which the U.S. has been for a while. The absence of the Palestinians from Trump's announcement is likely to fuel criticism that the plan tilts towards Israel and Israel's needs rather than those of the Palestinians. Israeli-Palestinian talks broke down in 2014, and I remember that with Obama. It was bad, and it was far from clear that the Trump plan will resuscitate them. So there's really only positives I see from this. So here's another news. I took a few news sources to make sure it was like true news. Haaretz is from Israel. This is ABC from the U.S. President Trump said in his president announcement Thursday that Israel and UAE agreed to normalize relation, and Israel will not annex part of the West Bank currently occupies. I think here, this is where some of his staff members, his aides, said, it wouldn't surprise me if the president is eventually nominated for a Nobel Prize. The president's top national security advisor, Robert O'Brien, told reporters Thursday. Today's work is an example of why he would be rightly considered and should be front for the Nobel Peace Prize. Which, hey, why are you laughing? If Obama was nominated for a peace prize for, I don't know why, he bombed people, he killed a U.S. civilian, probably more than one, but, he definitely killed at least one of them, by bombing, and drone strikes to Trump's detriment have, what is my avatar doing? To Trump's detriment have not lessened. There's still drone strikes going on, and it started under, Bush and even before then, but Obama, he's Obama. Oh my God. Anyway, why shouldn't Trump get a peace prize at this point? If Obama got one. What is this? Reuters in the U.S. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, however, rejected the accord. Spokesman Abu Rudin, reading from a statement outside of Abbas's headquarters in Ramallah in the West Bank, said it was a betrayal of Jerusalem. Al-Aqsa, the mosque, Islam's third holiest shrine, and the Palestinian cause. Asked if the Palestinian leadership had been aware of that the deal was coming, veteran negotiator Hanan Ashrawi told Reuters, "No, we were blindsided. It is a complete sellout." So they didn't even know. Yeah, I guess if they didn't even know, Trump kind of just went along without them. I guess. In Gaza, Fazi Baroum, a spokesman for the armed Islamist group Hamas, said normalization is a stab in the back of the Palestinian cause and it serves only the Israeli occupation. The UAE Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed said the agreement would stop further Israeli annexation of Palestinian territories, for which Israeli had been awaiting a green light from Washington. Yeah, U.S. has Israeli interests in mind, I think. Senior UAE officials Anwar Gargash said the deal had helped defuse what he called a ticking time bomb. Gargash urged the Israelis and Palestinians to return to the negotiating table. I agree. Negotiate. Peace, not war. Delegations from Israel and the UAE will meet in the coming weeks to sign the agreements regarding investment tourism. We read that already. Everybody said this would be impossible, Trump said. Now that the ice has been broken, I expect more Arab and Muslim countries will follow the UAE's lead, Trump said. This was already being discussed with other states, he said. So, I think that's good. He's trying to get more recognition for Israel, get normalized relationships. Maybe he's gonna get Hamas to stop its terroristic activities, and peace will be able to resume. But in any case, this is great news. I want to have people hear a little bit about what was going on. Let's put this back. And yeah, so this is Israel. This is the Gaza Strip and the West Bank. This is the territories that the Palestinians are in, and that they want to have recognized. And I think they're operating from Ramallah. It's the administrative center, according to this blurb right here. So yeah, good. Peace between two of the big Middle East countries. Always good to see. Always good to see. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.